Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who have been keeping up with me on Instagram, you know that I've been trying a lot of bassoons. Or maybe you saw my recent video on the guide to buying a bassoon. One of the bassoons that I tried, you special requested that I do a full review on was the Takeda Model 2. A little bit about the Takeda model instruments. They are manufactured in Japan. All of the wood is grown and aged in China. And they keep the prices down by growing and aging the wood in China. Now, this was a brand new bassoon that I had sent to me for a student who was considering renting this, possibly even doing a rent-to-own from Midwest Musical Imports. Let's start off with the basic cost of the instrument. This instrument retails for just under $5,000. It falls into the price range of the Fox 220 or the Mooseman M20. Both of those are going to run just about almost $1,000 more than the Takeda Model 2, but it hits kind of in that same price range. Some of the major differences between the Fox and Mooseman versus the Takeda are going to be many of the key mechanisms. Let's start out with some of the bells and whistles that are included on this instrument. The first bit is that it is a gentleman's cut. A gentleman's cut meaning that it is compact. What this means is that the long joint is the same length as the wind joint. So instead of just having to line up the low B flat key on the bell, you'll end up instead lining up two rods instead of just the one. As part of this, it means that it will come in a smaller case. It was a smaller, more rectangular case in contrast to the longer, taller Cobalt case. One of the factors of it being a smaller case means that the 8.5 by 11 size music will not fit on the case outer pocket. So it has an outer pocket on the case, but it's not going to be one that you're going to be storing music in. For me, this was a big downer. Inside the case, I have never seen a bassoon storage unit anything like this. And I do have to say that all of the models for the Takeda are going to be, from my understanding, the compact. When I opened the case, I had to take pictures because I was scared I would not be able to get the instrument back in the case and remember how all the pieces exactly fit. There are a series of Velcro panels that you have to undo. Once you undo the Velcro panels, the bassoon becomes accessible after you remove a set of pillows. There are pillows in between the long joint and the bell, and then there's also a set of pillows that are in between the boot and the wind joint. I liked that the bassoon was protected so that the joints wouldn't bump up against each other, but for me in moments of stress, I just have a feeling that if I owned this instrument, I would lose the pillows. It's just too easy for me to lose little accessories. Interestingly enough, there was also a wooden piece that was in the top of the wind joint. I think it was just ornamental, but it would again be another piece that I would just probably lose. As you might already know, I have a hard time holding on to accessories. Like with the Fox bassoon stand, it doesn't work well. Not for me. Inside the case, there was a compartment for bassoon accessories. The instrument did come with bassoon accessories in that compartment, such as a hand rest, a balance hanger. Not all bassoons usually come with that are brand new. It had cork grease and a set of swabs. Okay, the keys. The keys are where this bassoon really started to show some of its high points. The keys on it were fascinating. First off, it had a ring key for the left-hand third finger. Many of the bassoons, like the Mooseman 20, which this would be comparable to, or the Fox 222, those instruments being short reach instruments would have a key there. I do not like short reach bassoons that have a key there because it doesn't teach students to feel where the tone hole is like the ring does. I also find that pad that's there typically ends up sticking, largely because that is a tone hole that has a tendency to leak spit. So the fact that it had a key ring there, I thoroughly enjoy. It also comes with a high D key. Again, another perk that the short reach bassoons do not have. Now, it had some of those elements that made it truly distinct, such as the Weisberg A. The Weisberg A meaning that as you depress the A venting key, it goes ahead and pushes down the whisper key simultaneously. This is revolutionary as far as bassoons and production and is highly just starting to come into fashion. So to see this on a brand new instrument is exciting. It also had a low C thumb additional key. Because this had gotten mixed reviews on IDRS, I was really excited to see what this bassoon had to offer. When I put it together and started playing it, immediately I started to understand why the price comparison was so much lower. It really was not going to be what I wanted it to be. Just in all honesty, the tone colors weren't there. I could not get a range of colors. I tried it with various styles of reeds to make sure that I was testing it in complete comparison to get the most out of the instrument. But it wasn't just the sound quality that I found concerning, because if that were the case, then it would be comparable with a plastic bassoon. What truly concerned me about this instrument was that B flat that would typically be flicked or vented cracked. The front of the note would crack as if I was not flicking or if I was not venting. It did not have a clear articulation to the front of the note. I did try it with full venting, and even with full venting, it did not have a clear opening. For the start of the Mozart concerto, this is a major concern because those first B flats would have cracked on this instrument even though the student was doing everything correct. I did try it with a set of extra bocals to see if possibly the bocal could be a fix, but I do believe that the problem might have been in the bore of the instrument. Now, this is one of those moments that is especially hard in reviewing bassoons. I have to say that in reviewing them, every bassoon is unique. So I'm not sure if this is a problem with Takeda, because this is the first Takeda instrument that I had tried, or if this is a problem simply with the bore of the instrument that I tried, because every tree is unique and therefore every bassoon is going to be unique. So until I can get my hands on other Takedas to try, I'm kind of up in the air on this one, but I do have to say I sent the instrument back and my student is not renting it. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed my review. If you'd like to get sneak previews of what I am trying out next, be sure to follow me on Instagram or Twitter. And if you enjoyed this, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to make sure you don't miss any future reviews of any of the products that I'm trying, be sure to click that subscribe button. And I will see you guys next time. Bye! I've decided to create a guide to buying a bassoon. Making sure that I have a great quality reed that matches the instrument and the bocal is of key importance. Can you hear the singers? Oh! Every day is something different.